And we are back with new kind of predictions. I haven't done a big prediction video in a while. So tomorrow on Monday Night Raw is Raw Triple X. So let's talk about that. Maybe do some predictions on what might happen, what might not happen, so forth and so on. So we know of 3 matches, one talk thin, and what might happen during all this. Love this stuff. There's probably gonna be a bit more, but this is from what we know. So we know 3 matches. Our matches are number 1. You have Austin Theory takes on Bobby Lashley, United States title match. Now, I might be in the wrong, well, the odd one out. But I want to say Theory win. Have Austin retain, but in some sort of funny way. So maybe MVP comes out there with Omos, Alexander, Benjamin, and they distract Theory, and maybe Bobby doesn't want to win that way. Because if you watch Raw last week, when Omos came down to the ring, Bobby was like, "What you doing? I don't want this." So maybe that happened again. Then maybe they'll distract Bobby. Then Theory rolls him up and gets DQ'd. Then maybe that be a way for the Hurt Business to get made, or maybe to Bobby and Omos, or maybe to get Omos and MVP into the picture. Something different. And there's also Seth Rollins. He may get involved in some funny way, like he normally does. The next match we know of will be Becky Lynch versus Bailey in a steel cage. I think this is the random match, and the steel cage there is just to make up to because it's Raw 30. So the steel cage is there so Io and Dakota can't interfere. The lockdown and she's locked in. Makes perfect sense. That's never happened before. I would like to see Bailey win. Bailey, to me, Bailey needs a win. It's been a while, but knowing WWE, they're going to give it to Becky. We've been Raw 30. I would like to see Bailey win, but my money's on Becky. Then the last match I know of will be the Usos defending the Raw tag team, not the SmackDown one, the Raw one, because the Usos are a SmackDown team. Keep that in mind. The Usos are from SmackDown. Takes on the Judgement Day of Damian Priest, and I think it's gonna be Dominic Mysterio, not Finn Balor. But they might put Balor in. I don't know. That makes sense for Balor since Balor was there for most of that match on last week. Then. Last week we saw the tag team turmoil match and Priest MVP on that match. VIP MVP was Damian Priest in that match. So take a push for the Judgment Day. So why not have the Judgment Day win the titles? Because since they're going to be splitting the titles up, since the Usos are from SmackDown, they keep the SmackDown titles. Judgment Day takes the Raw titles to the Raw team. Makes sense to me. So my money is on Judgment Day. I've said that. That's all the matches we know of. So there might be a 4th one there. They might do something with LA Knight. We might see Bray Wyatt being Bray Wyatt, doing all these spooky things with Uncle Howdy and all that. We might not. I hope we do. Right, and then you have the Bloodline thing. Now, I hope this gets put on before the tag team match. Before. So maybe we'll go United States, women's match, the talk, and then the tag team match. And they could use the Bloodline thing, the acknowledgement it's called, to hype up the Usos. This means the Usos lost, and the Bloodline thing happened well. So the Bloodline thing is, it's going to be acknowledging the Bloodline, so we're going to see Roman Reigns, you're going to see the Usos, you're going to see Solo, you're going to see all of the Hawaii family. Not Hawaii family. Roman side of the family. So they might say The Rock. Samoa Joe, maybe not. Their grandfathers, their fathers. Rikishi, that'd be nice to see. And Sami Zayn. good old Sammy now. I think this could be the time where they betray Sammy. Maybe the members of the bloodline, or maybe the family members, like go talk to Roman and say he's not part of the family. Why is he here? Same with Paul Heyman. But since Heyman's a manager, they might just leave Heyman alone. But they might all talk about why he's staying here. Maybe not. So that'd be interesting to talk. Now the last thing we know are legends. Legends are apparently coming to WWE Raw. And if you watch Raw, we saw a post of them. We saw Ted DiBiase. We saw Ron Simmons, HBK, Undertaker, Teddy Long, X-Pac, Road Dogg. No Billy Gunn though. Quite funny. On the kin, people I would like to see. People I would like to see in this mix of stars is Eric Bischoff. What to tell you about Eric? Maybe that because that little SmackDown Physics Force stuff would come in. If you got the Undertaker, if you can, bring Kane. If he's free, he is the mayor. So if he's free, bring Kane in it. Why not bring some divas? You know, yes, the Bellas are in this. I don't know why the Bellas are in. Like Nikki, yes. Brie, I don't understand why. Brie, to me, but to me, Brie's not a legend. If you think, what did Brie Bella do? Can you remember? What's Brie? Can you tell me about Brie? Other than saying, just remind me of Daniel Bryan. Or Brian Daniels, I think he's called. So that doesn't. So it's a former Divas champion. Okay. Anything else? Then you got Nikki Bella. Longest reigning Divas champion is Nikki Bella. So I think she had a good feud with AJ, Paige, even Brie herself. She worked with Stephanie and the authority figures and all that lovely stuff. So she's done more. So Nikki, yes. That makes sense to me. You can have Ron Simmons. Bring JBL. I know JBL's with Corbin, but Corbin's not there. Don't get rid of Corbin. Have JBL with Ron Simmons. So the 7 with them two in the bar. So like a poker spin, just like the 25th one, 5 years ago. So that's my thing, my predictions, my hopes, what's my stomach? My predictions. So Austin Theory to retain by shenanigans. Becky Lynch to beat Bayley, but I really, really want Bayley to win. The Judgement Day to beat the Usos, because Judgement are from Raw and it's for the Raw titles. The Bloodline talk, maybe some shenanigans with the Roman Reigns, the Rock. We have Rock, Roman, Rikishi, the fathers, all that lovely people. And the Legends talk, I just mentioned before, all the Legends, I don't mind who shows up. Another one I would like to say is since Rikishi's son, if he's around, maybe Scotty. Maybe. See what happens. That's what I want to say for tomorrow night at Raw XXX. That's 30 to you. Raw 30. XXX. That's not what you think it is. I'll see you in my next one, which will be Royal Rumble will be next. Which is next week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.